At 64, Michael J. Fox says who he doesn't want to attend his funeral. Michael J. Fox was born Michael Andrew Fox on June 9, 1961, in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. He was the fourth child to enter into the busy and boisterous household, where a brother and three sisters competed for attention. His father, William Fox, was a man of Regiment 8 police officer and part of the Canadian Forces who instilled a sense of order and accountability in young Michael from an early age. His mother, Phyllis, was a multi-talented individual, an actress and payroll clerk whose creative energy and perseverance would make a lasting effect on him. Growing up in this type of household, Michael experienced the warmth of a close-knit family and also the constant moving from city to city, as dictated by his father's military career. It was only in 1971, after William Fox retired from active duty, that the family finally found a permanent home in Burnaby, a suburb of Vancouver, British Columbia. This gave the young Michael stability and community during his formative years. When he was young, Michael had a variety of interests. He was like most Canadian children in that he loved playing ice hockey. In fact, for some time, his ambition was to play professional hockey in the National Hockey League. However, he was a little smaller than average size, and this put him at a disadvantage in competitive hockey, with its rough-and-tumble checks into the boards. The arts had a general appeal for Michael during his teenage years. He felt drawn to music, learning to play the guitar, and started developing an interest in the visual arts and performance. His love for storytelling and expression naturally drew him to acting, which would be the defining focus of his life. Michael's seriousness about acting was made evident when, at the incredibly tender age of 15, he plunged headlong into professional entertainment. He auditioned for the Canadian television series Leo and Me, which was a production of the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, CBC, and his talents soon won him the part. This early experience not only validated his passion, but also provided him with crucial training in front of the camera. For several years, he built up his resume through local theater performances and minor television appearances, a process through which he became gradually confident and honed his craft. He also took part in American film shoots in Canada, which allowed him to become familiar with both the Canadian and American entertainment industries, a foundation that would serve him well into the years to come. Michael came to Los Angeles, California, the hub of the American entertainment industry, when he was 18 years old, determined to take his career to the next level. He had to go through all the initial difficulties of small roles and struggle to get auditions, showing great resilience and not being deterred by the hardships at the beginning. His chance came in 1982 when he landed the role of Alex P. Keaton in the NBC hit television show Family Ties. For 7 years, from 1982 to 1989, he was able to capture the attention of Americans and Canadians throughout North America by portraying the conservative young man. At the same time, his charismatic, subtle performance won 3 Emmy Awards and 1 Golden Globe, aligning him as one of the brightest stars in this medium. Around this time, he also took on his screen name, Michael J. Fox, a tribute to another actor he idolized that would become globally recognized. While his television success soared, Michael also made a profound impact on the silver screen. This reached an entirely different level when he played the part of Marty McFly in Robert Zemeckis' Back to the Future in 1985. The film's ingenious plot, combined with Michael's energetic and relatable performance, made it an overnight cultural sensation and launched a cherished franchise, with sequels released in 1989 and 1990. Beyond Back to the Future, Michael's filmography during the 1980s echoed his versatility and broad appeal. He reached teen idol status with films like the 1985 Teen Wolf, a quirkily deep look at self-discovery through adolescence; Light of Day from 1987, which showed off his musical talents as well, alongside Joan Jett; and The Secret of My Success, also from 1987, an incisive comedy about ambition and corporate life. His dramatic skills were acknowledged in Casualties of War in 1989, where he gave a critically acclaimed performance that showed how well he could carry a role. In the middle of his highly successful career, Michael was diagnosed with a progressive neurologic disease, Parkinson's. The personal challenge was enormous, but he decided to continue working, showing bravery and persistence that would eventually inspire millions all over the world. After his diagnosis, he went on to star in several films, including the charming comedy-drama Doc Hollywood in 1991, the romantic comedy For Love or Money in 1993, Life with Mikey in 1993, in which he played a down-on-his-luck talent agent, and Greedy in 1994, a darkly comedic take on family dynamics. These films demonstrated his professionalism and how he was able to appeal to audiences even under the strain of a debilitating illness. Michael's collaboration with Gary David Goldberg, the force behind Family Ties, extended into the hit series Spin City in 1996. As the show's charismatic and fast-talking New York City deputy mayor, Fox again revealed his incredible comedic timing and ways of adding poignancy even to television characters, charming audiences and confirming his status as one of Primetime's favorite sons. He also made his last major theatrical film appearance around this time as Frank Bannister in Peter Jackson's The Frighteners, for which he received critical acclaim in the 1996 film for a performance that skillfully blended humor, suspense, and even vulnerability. He also voiced animated films and family-oriented projects, including Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey, its sequel Homeward Bound 2, Lost in San Francisco, Stuart Little, and Atlantis, The Lost Empire, further sealing his enduring appeal across multiple generations. Even as his on-screen presence evolved, Michael remained very active in television through guest appearances in such acclaimed series as Scrubs in 2004, Boston Legal in 2006, Rescue Me in 2009, and even The Good Wife. Such appearances garnered him numerous nominations and wins at the Emmy Awards, proving that after years of personal and professional turmoil, his talent and charisma were very much intact. Aside from acting, Michael J. Fox shared his life and advocacy through literature. He has written 3 insightful books, Lucky Man in 2002, Always Looking Up in 2009, and A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Future in 2010. These books tell about his life experiences battling Parkinson's disease, living life fully in spite of adversity, offering humor and practical wisdom to those experiencing a setback. These works not only gave a glimpse into his personal struggles and triumphs, but also served as a ray of hope for millions around the world experiencing chronic illnesses and adversity. On July 16, 1988, the renowned actor Michael J. Fox, who gained great recognition and fame with his role in the famous television series Family Ties, married his sweetheart and talented co-star Tracy Pollan. Their romance, nurtured from their first meeting on the set, enchanted fans all over the world by mixing the magic of a Hollywood romance with a grassroots, down-to-earth relationship that many people envied. They have lived out a marriage that has served as an example of lasting love to a world where usually momentary relationships stand in the limelight. Together, Michael and Tracy have built a warm and lively family, raising 4 children who are growing up with much creativity, laughter, and the steadfast devotion of their parents. Their journey, the shared journey of balancing the demands of Hollywood fame with the responsibilities of parenthood, has been both an inspiration and heartwarming, as it gave insight into a life where love, family, and resilience interlock beautifully. This family story, which is continuously followed by fans with admiration, celebrates not only the pioneering career of Michael J. Fox, but also the steadfast partnership and family he has nurtured with Tracy Pollan. At the age of 64, Michael J. Fox has granted fans an up-close look into his personal musings, sharing with them not only his thoughts on life and legacy, but even the very particular desires he has about those he doesn't want to attend his funeral. Fox didn't mince words, naming names in a candid interview tinged by his trademark mixture of humor, honesty, and at times biting sarcasm. The list, although surprising to some, makes sense in light of his deeply personal understanding of boundaries and the relationships that have defined his life over decades in the entertainment industry. Number 1, Lea Thompson, his co-star from that iconic film series that made them both household names. Fox did not hold anything back in his speech, explaining why Thompson fell into this category. According to him, though she was brilliant without a doubt, their behind-the-scenes dynamic could sometimes get a little complicated at times. He said there were instances of creative clashes and unresolved differences, and he wished his final farewell to remain free of even the tiniest trace of tension or awkwardness. His words spoke not of hostility, but emotional clarity about which relationships belong only to the past. Number 2. Patricia Heaton. Fox explained that she is lovely and talented, but they never built a personal connection. He wants people around him who are genuine and exude warmth, particularly during sensitive life moments like a funeral. He clarified it was not because he did not like her, but he wanted only those who truly walked with him to be by his side. His honesty came with the open willingness to put emotional comfort over what people would expect from him. Number 3. Quentin Tarantino. Fox acknowledged Tarantino's genius and creative brilliance, but noted that they saw the world in very different ways. He explained that a funeral is not a place for deep philosophical debates or discussing cinema. As much as he respects Tarantino deeply, he wants his last greeting to be one for remembering and quietly connecting, rather than an overpowering creative energy. His comment reflected a thoughtful awareness of atmosphere and emotional balance. Number 4. Johnny Depp. Fox described Depp as talented, eccentric, and truly original, but he does admit that his presence in quieter, more reflective settings is sometimes disruptive. He hoped his farewell would be intimate and soothing rather than full of flamboyant stories or unpredictable moments, so he asked Depp, humorously and respectfully, to sit this one out. It showed diplomacy, not judgment. Number 5. George Clooney. Fox spoke of Clooney's charm and kindness, how he naturally lights up a room. However, he explained that his funeral is not a networking event or a place for social brilliance. He wants calm, familiarity, and quiet love surrounding him. Even Clooney's charisma, he noted gently, could unintentionally shift the focus. And this is one moment he wants reserved solely for those closest to his heart. These reflections from Michael J. Fox give a rare look inside the mind of a man who has lived his life in constant scrutiny, yet is deeply private and introspective. His choices are not made out of bitterness or resentment, but grounded in an acute understanding of emotional space, personal boundaries, and the desire to have his final wishes honored in peace. By sharing these thoughts so candidly, Fox invites the reader to reflect on their own boundaries, the people they allow into the most sacred moments of life, and the importance of carving out experiences that reflect one's authentic self. His honesty, humor, and wisdom shine through, putting on full display a man who, even while contemplating the end of life, remains thoughtful, deliberate, and unmistakably Michael J. Fox.